Hello, hi, welcome yet again to another episode of 5 Minutes with Timiza. In today's episode, we are going to look at how to develop a sustainable reading discipline, a sustainable reading culture. And so here in Timiza, we just have four main pillars, four main factors that can help us to develop this sustainable reading culture. And they are intentionality, practicality, flexibility, and accountability. So firstly, you need to think about intentionality. And under intentionality, we are so big on 2 points. Number one, you need to have a plan. You need to have an annual reading plan or a monthly reading plan. Like you should have something that you're working with, a plan. And that is why in Timiza, we encourage all our members to develop a reading plan at the beginning of the year. Select the books that you want to read and have a plan. But secondly, under intentionality, you want to be intentional in prayers. You want to be intentional in prayers, that you commit all that you have planned to the Lord in prayer. The reading discipline, just like any other spiritual discipline, is something that we ought to be supported and to be aided by the Lord. He must empower us. He must carry us through. He must enable us. And so for you to cultivate a sustainable reading culture or discipline, you ought to not only just plan, but also be intentional in praying about it. Secondly is practicality, that we are not just supposed to develop any plan. Our plans should be practical. They should be practical plans. And how do we know that they are practical plans? Number one, you look at the target. You set a target that is achievable. A target that is achievable. If you know that you can read just a book in a month, 100-page book in a month, you don't have to take a big volume. Just take a book at a time. If it is a small volume, read it and set these realistic targets. And if it's a target of maybe 150 pages in a week, set it, and you will be able to develop a sustainable reading discipline. But secondly, on being practical is about the test, that every member at Timiza and everyone who is listening to us would encourage you to test yourself. Get to know where you are at. For us in Timiza, we do what we call the reading speed test, the RST, which enables our members to know how much they can read for how long in each book that they undertake. This is categorically important, especially with beginners, for beginners, to know how much they can read. And the more you grow, the more you will be able to realize that you have a sort of standard amount of time that you can read for a specific number of pages. So be practical with your targets, but also test yourself to know where you are at so that you can build from there. Thirdly is flexibility, that for you to be able to develop a sustainable reading discipline, you should have a flexible plan, a flexible way of planning for your reading. And this is supposed to help us circumnavigate through the different seasons that we undergo. So the first point under flexibility is seasons. We have different seasons. So a plan should be able to still traverse, to still run and operate regardless of the change of seasons. And it should also be able to accommodate any impromptu change in our lives, and that is something that we are cultivating with our members. But secondly, under flexibility is our schedules. For those who are working, for those who are parenting, for those who perhaps are just doing other things, our schedules should align with our reading plan. And that is something we're encouraging our members to do, and everyone else, that for you to have a sustainable reading culture, the plan that you come up with should be able to accommodate your schedule, and your schedule is not supposed to conflict, to clash with your reading plan. Lastly is accountability. We encourage our members to be accountable to each other and to people and to the Lord for them to really develop a sustainable reading discipline. And how do you achieve that? Number one is by joining a club, a book club. And that is one of the primary reasons as to why Timiza Book Club exists, to provide a platform where members, Christians, can come together to be accountable to one another. But not only are you supposed to join a club, but you also are supposed to chronicle whatever you're reading as part of accountability. And for us in Timiza, we encourage our members to take book reviews after each read, to record whatever they've gained and every other insight that they have obtained from the book. And this helps them to track where they are coming from, and also it helps them to be motivated to move forward to where they are supposed to be. And in sharing, in consulting each other in the community, then we are able to grow in our reading culture. So with those 4 factors, you can be sure that you will be able to develop a sustainable reading plan and discipline and culture. So try it. Just consider whether your reading plan is intentional, whether it is practical, whether it is flexible, and whether you are accountable. And in so doing, you'll be able to develop a sustainable reading discipline by the help of the Lord. And at the end, He will help us to Timiza our reading plans for His glory. God bless you so much. Thank you.